Hey y'all, it's Anthony from Rocket Prints, and thanks for watching this video. In this tutorial, I'm going to apply some true font and make it into an applique. With that, we're going to go ahead and stitch on a black 70% cotton, 30% polyester sweater. We are going to call this project Star Wars. So I hope y'all like this video, and if you do, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I greatly appreciate it. With that, let's go and get this started. First of all, I'm going to go to my text tool and go to the text box and change all caps to Star Wars. Okay, after that we're going to hit apply. All we're going to do is go to on the right hand corner where it says TT, stands for True Font. We're just going to click it, and we are going to change this to this is actually all your font inside your own computer. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just look for my Galaxy font, and I'm going to convert this. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to change this back to artwork where it says satin. Click apply. Minimize the screen so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to start tracing it with my run input path stitch. Okay, so from here all I'm going to do is scroll to the right, and I'm going to start tracing this. Okay, so just going to start from the point here, click here, about right there. And then I'm going to hold my control key to get the bend, as you can see right there. Okay, so I'm holding my control key. Click once, twice, and then I'm just going to click. I'm releasing my control key, and then it's going to straighten the lines back out. Then I'm going to hold the control key again to get that bend. And then as you're going, and when you go to the straight path, you just want to release your control key so you can get a straight line again. And then from there, hold your control key again, release, control key. All right. And then I'm just going to bring this down so I can zoom in so you guys can see. Alright. And then all we're going to do is hover over where you started. And then I'm just going to left click and right click to release. Okay? Going back to my pick tool, and I'm going to fix this. I'm just going to grab it from here, and I'm just going to bring it up to straighten that out. Alright, after that you're just going to continue following the patterns. So I'll go ahead and speed up the camera here, okay? So you guys don't have to sit here watching me do every single letter. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is just separate this. Okay, so we can go ahead and delete the font. And then what we're going to do now is, you see everything off to the right, it's all one run stitch. We want to make 2 run stitches, okay? And the reason being, we wanted to create the outline for all of this all at one time. So before I do that, I want to make this into a 10. Okay, so we're going to have to make a couple of adjustments here. So if you can see up on the top right here, we're at 1016. We're just going to go 10 because I'm going to use my 11 by 11 hoop. And there's going to be a couple of different things that is going on here that I already did because I had tested this before. And because I shrunk this down, I ended up with a jump stitch right here. So all we're going to do is just take this. We're going to go to our commands tool, and where it says in command, we're going to trim, hit apply. Okay, took that off. And then last thing, what I want to do is I'm going to delete this. And the reason why I'm deleting these is because if I make it into an applique, it's just going to cover it all up. And let me just show you real quick. So if I convert this all into an application, which we're going to do later, you're going to see that there's no hole inside this group, right? So that's why I'm going to delete that. So I'm going to go to our we're going to go to our shape tool. We'll just delete these. Okay, we're just going to delete those, and we're going to create our own. So from here, we're going to use our steel input steel path. We're going to use this as a base. Okay. And then I'm going to just duplicate this. Put that over here. All right. Go back to my pick tool. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Okay. Now, if you look on the right, I got steel and steel. We need to create those back into run stitches. So we're going to convert it into a run. Convert this into a run stitch as well. Okay. And now, if you look, if I do the slow draw, it's creating everything all at once. And it did that. Okay. So all I need to do now is make a double run stitch. So let's group that up together. And we're going to copy. We're going to paste. Okay, now I have a double set of run stitches here. And now we can go ahead and apply this into an applique. Okay, now you see how I changed that, made it wider. Now let's go to our slow redraw, and let's see how this is going to play out. So now they created the outline for me. Let's pause that real quick. It created the outline for me here. Let's go back. Right there. It created the outline. That's when you want to apply your application, and then it's going to do the tack down stitch. Now it's doing, and it'll start the border, and it's going to border over the application. So I find it easier now to let this process happen, to do the border, because it's easier to rip off the vinyl without having to get your scissors and cut away all the excess vinyl. Okay, so you can see that. And let's take it back to the very end. And then once it's done there, it's going to finalize with the two that I just recreated. It's going to border it. And boom, we're done. Alright guys, so for this project, this is what we're going to use. We are going to use some cutaway. It's been a while, so I don't even remember what this is, if it's cutaway or it's tearaway, but it's 1.5 stabilizer. And then we're going to use some adhesive spray, MSA 1100 by Madeira. We're also going to use some standard vinyl that I picked up at a local shop in my area. It's glitter vinyl. We're going to use this to cut the glitter vinyl and just our regular standard scissors. We're also going to use some neon poly 40 weight thread and just a standard 1175 needle. Okay, so this is all the layout that we're going to use. Let's go and get started. Okay, so what we're doing now is just reversing this sweater. And we're going to apply the stabilizer to this, okay? You want to fold it inside out just like you're going to do it. So this is the front, so that's what you want. And we're going to use our 11 by 41 standard hoop. 11.41 by 11.41. Okay? So we're going to give this a cut, and we're going to make two cuts, okay? And the reason being, and I say this in every video just in case if this is your first time watching this video, the thicker the stabilizer, it helps prevent you from having loss of registration, all right? So you just got to be careful you don't cut your garment. I shouldn't be doing it like this. You should be cutting it all on the table, but I'm kind of being lazy. All right. So just hold that right there. Okay, now I'm just going to get my second sheet here. And use my first one as a template. Okie dokie. All right, you don't have to get it perfect, but you want to try it. Now, I saw a trick with somebody doing this on YouTube, and I thought that was pretty cool. So here, I want it as high as possible. I want to get it right there, so because I want our application to be somewhere in this center here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just fold this in half, just like this, okay? Because I saw this lady do it, and I thought it was so cool. So she doesn't lose her placement on here. She just did that, brought it that back down, and then folded this back up. Okay, did the same thing here, and boom, you don't lose your placement. Okay, now I did that so I can apply the second sheet. Okay, and that is done. All right, so now we're just going to reverse the sweater. We're going to fold it back, outside back in. All right, so now I'm just going to insert the hoop. You can see I'm just holding this side so to help me push the hoop inside easy until I can feel it on the outside. There it is. Okay, now that I got that there, All I want to do is just bring it down a little bit. Okay. And it looks like I got it centered as much as I can. And here, this little part needs to be faced that way for my machine to make sure it hooks in correctly. So you also have a guide to help you right there. If you see in here, you got a little center point as well, right there. That'll help you guide to make sure that you're kind of in the center. So what I'm doing is taking the tag and I'm helping it make sure that I'm kind of in the center here. All right, here's our design. We're just gonna go ahead and click the check mark. And then we're gonna set the hoop up to F, which is our bigger hoop. And then we're gonna click that. Okay. Okay, and last thing you wanna do is check to make sure that you're not stitching both sides of the sweater, because Lord knows I've done that plenty of times. All right, so now that that's done, let's start the tracing. This is perfect. It's in the center, but I want to bring it up a little bit more. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so now here's the collar right here, and I got about 4 fingers, and that's where it's gonna start embroidering. So let's go back and let's do the trace again. And we're going to use this cutter to cut our glitter vinyl. Okay, so I'm just using a standard glitter vinyl here. And what we'll do is bring this like this. And I just want to cut about 2 inches. So just something like that right there. Okay. Okay, this is to reverse your images onto a t-shirt, but since we're embroidering, this is all we're gonna use, all right? And if I gotta trim it down, I'll trim it down, but that's what we're gonna use right now, okay? All right, I'm ready, let's go. All right, we're gonna stop it there. Now we're gonna apply our vinyl. All right, here we go. Okay, let's remove the hoop. Take the backside out. Okay, before I do anything, all I'm gonna do is just cut the little excess threads that are just popping out, just to make sure that everything transitions easier. And then here's the cool part. Just coming off with ease. Okay. This one's a little bit difficult, but there we go. Okay. How cool is that, guys? Okay, almost done. All right. Okay. All right. And there we go. If you like this video and want to see more content such as this, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys back on my next video next week, and have a blessed day.